On October 14th, 1994, 17-year-old Wendy drove into Kielder Forest with 3 of her friends for a camping weekend: Malcolm, Lionel, and Mary. 2 couples and nothing unusual. Until they got closer to the forest and stopped for petrol. All the locals seemed to be disturbed that they were there. One woman even tried to warn them not to go into the forest. Of course, the friends laughed it off and didn't think nothing of it. So they put their petrol, got back in their car, and drove straight in to Kielder Forest. And to be honest, that night felt perfect. Firelight, music, drinks, a good time. But then Wendy started noticing Mary was acting strange. She later claimed that allegedly Mary was wandering into the trees, standing too still and tracing these strange carvings into the bark. When Wendy tried to bring this up to the group, the boys were completely confused because apparently Mary hadn't moved from the fire the whole night. So Wendy's thinking, I must be going crazy. It's just something I've imagined. Let's forget about it. Until after midnight, Wendy woke up to an evil cackle, laughter. It was coming from the woods and it was getting closer and closer with every laugh. She started nudging Lionel, her boyfriend, wake up, but this guy wasn't moving. It was like he was in some kind of trance. And then Wendy's chest tightened because the tent zipper slowly began to open. According to Wendy, she saw a pale woman with black ooze coming out of her disgusting mouth, and she was just staring right at her. Wendy tried to scream, but nothing would come out, and then everything went black. Wendy was found 2 miles away from the campsite, battered, bruised, and beaten. Fortunately, she survived and woke up days later in hospital. Unfortunately, Lionel and Malcolm were brutally murdered, with their organs being scattered around the forest. However, Mary, the other girl that was acting strangely, survived, but she was in a coma. And for 3 months, detectives had no idea what had happened. They found no evidence of any other intruders apart from the 4 friends that were there. But when Mary did wake from her coma and she finally spoke, detectives realized the truth. Mary said she did hear the laughter that Wendy claimed to hear, but she said it never came from the woods. It was coming from Wendy's tent. Police later discovered that Wendy had secretly been researching witchcraft for months. That night in Kielder Forest, she didn't meet a witch. She became it. Wendy unfortunately vanished before questioning, and hikers still say to this day that if you go to Kielder Forest, laughter still moves between the trees, waiting for someone new to invite it in.